So this one day, we were on this big day where we are gonna have like a lot of switchbacks. It was gonna be hell, and we knew this going in. We got up at 3 o'clock to try and beat some of the heat, and it was. We got to like the base of this hill in the dark, which is perfectly fine, but that was part of the plan. And it was just we'd kind of split up into different groups, and Sarah and I are in our own group there. You can't bail. Huh. Anyway, and Sarah and I, we get to the base of these switchbacks, and I mentioned just even a bit ago, I've had a lot of surgeries. I've been cut up a lot, and there's a lot of metal in me. And when you have a lot of metal or synthetic parts, you you can clot the little.
I think she's meaning you're gonna be booted.
Oh, okay, cool. You can get clots kind of easy, and so I have to take blood thinners. Well, altitude plus, of course, it's summer, so it's dry, and blood thinners means, especially with high blood pressure, with a 60-pound backpack on, bloody nose. And I did pretty good. I only had one, but the one that I got, I could tell it was going to be a doozy. It's right before the switchbacks start. Sun's just starting to come up. And there is a miscommunication, we'll call it. I'm there with Sarah, and I was like, hey, this is going to be a little bit, so, get comfortable. And she's like, yeah. Oh, look, I can see right up there, the place where we're going to be. I want to go up there, and I'll wave to you. I'll be up there on the switchback, and I'll wave down at you. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, go ahead. And she's like, oh, you mean it? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I mean, what am I doing? I'm just going to sit here for a while. You go ahead. Well, see, she thought I meant leave me. And she was so eager. So I watch her go up, and I watch her keep going up, and then she's gone. And I'm just like, oh shit, well, I really don't want to be here alone in case something serious happens to like either one of us. I gotta catch up with her. So I make a plug for my nose. It's what you gotta do. Foomp, foomp, load it like a shotgun, and put on my backpack, and I start marching up to the switchbacks. Immediately, the nose plug fills up with blood and shoots out of my nose. Pretty gross, but again, you just kick some dirt over the biohazard and it's fine. But okay, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so this is obviously just due to the fact that I'm just bleeding out of my nose, and I just increased my blood pressure by a huge amount. Okay, so what do? I gotta get to Sarah, can't not get to Sarah, so I divide my load in half. I have my load, and I start heading up there. Well, guess what? My new plug I just put in fills up, foomp, shoots out of my nose. Okay, so half my weight is too much. It's too much. And it's not going to work. So, probably going to be better off, I'm thinking a third of my weight. Oh, crazy copy. Thank you for that. My God. 500 bits. You guys thank Cubby for me. Please do. He's always so generous up in here. Most of you guys have subscriptions thanks to him. Anywho. Thank you. Oh, yeah. New emotes. So we might not have that many to play with at the moment. But they're pending. They're being approved. So, anyway, back to the story. Thank you, Cubby. And I put a new plug in. And I put on a third of my weight. And I'm like, all right. Whoa! Cuppy.
Damn, Cuppy.
Damn, Cuppy. This is exactly what I'm talking about. He's off the chain. You guys, if you didn't say thank you to Cuppy, especially if you're one of these cool guys who just got a sub here, please thank Cuppy in whatever way you can for me. Throw some emotes out here. We want to make it rain for Cuppy. He just made it rain on you guys. He made it rain on all of us. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He's trying to start a hype train.
That wasn't right.
Cuppy, you're a madman. Let's see what emotes have come through. Looks like just the 2.
Yeah, it's just the 2 at the moment.
Well, we have some pending. Sarah made some. And they're going to be coming through here pretty soon. So, like I was saying, I leave 2/3 of my weight at the base of the trail, at the base of these switchbacks. And I basically jog up to where I think Sarah's going to be. And she's gone. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. Time to go back for the rest of my stuff. I do, but again, with a bloody nose, the blood pressure's too much. But the sun's starting to come up. We have all day of this. We have 2,400 vertical feet in the course of about 2 miles. I can't just sit here and let the sun come out. Shit. So I go back for my gear. I try to put it all on again. Same thing as before. Fills up immediately. Foomp, right out. Okay. Lesson learned. I can only carry about 1/3 of my weight at a time. So, 1/3 of my weight at a time. I bring my gear about 1/5 of a mile up. Then I go back, grab 1/3 of my gear, go up about 1/5 of a mile, and then I go back. Then I grab the last 1/3 of my gear, go up the 1/5 of a mile again, and start the process again. My nosebleed would last the next 3 hours. And in that time, in high altitude, I would lose quite a bit of blood and start suffering from heat exhaustion, to say the least. And eventually, I got all the way up to the top of the mountain. And having hiked it 3 times in my back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, when I laid down at the end of the day, I was actually skinnier. I don't know how many times I've had anything like that happen in my life before. Anonymous cheered 100 bits. Well, Anonymous cheers.
Hey, Random Anon, we love you.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, it's
thank
a
you,
cute
Random
little
Anonymous.
ghost, too.
I like the little ghost, yeah. Well, thank you for that. At any rate, that was probably the worst part about the whole thing. Everything else went exactly as planned. It was all very nice. But that one harrowing experience where I had to go through the hottest part of the whole experience 3 times, trying to manage an incredible nosebleed. Big old boo. Anyway, so I'm done chatting there. Let's get back to some actual gameplay, you guys. What do you want to do, Erica?
Sure. I expected Sandra to be on by now. And it sounds like Sriracha is out. She's very sleepy.
That's alright. She's still kind of recovering from the trip. It was her very first one of those. You got it, Cuppy. I finished my trailer. You guys, I'm pretty stoked. If you're a regular follower, you might enjoy glancing at the trailer on the stream. Just to, oh, sick, man. That's awesome. Yeah, unless you're hallucinating. Dude, I seriously felt like I was hallucinating. That was rough. I have some skills. I do. But I'm not the strongest. you guys have watched this stream long enough to know, I'm not the smartest. I don't have the best vision, but I have endurance. For those of you who have watched my PvP streams that bleed into 6-hour raiding sessions, you could probably figure that one out. But I used about all I had that day. That was a